We're live. Good evening, NADRA members and friends. I hope you guys are having a great night. I wish I could be there with you, but it's just too busy a time right now in the code world, and there was no way I was going to be able to leave and go on a trip down there for you. But Mike knew you would just be heartbroken not to have me there nagging you about building codes. So he's like, Glenn, you got to make them a video. You got to talk to these guys. Let them know you're still working for them and still taking care of them and everything exciting that's been going on in building codes. Oh, it's so exciting. All right. Now, I'm sure some of you are at this fancy party wondering why they got this guy in a t-shirt up on the screen talking to us. You may not know who I am, okay? And that's a shame because I work for you. My name's Glenn Mathewson. I have been assisting NADRA for well over a decade in building codes and in helping to create and guide the building code industry with deck code. Whoa. All right. I'm sure some of you might be thinking, what? Why are we paying this guy to make building codes for us? Like, building codes are bad. Nobody likes building codes. Well, I don't know if that's the best frame of mind to have if you've got that. So let me just introduce you to 1971 code. Look how tiny it was. There were no deck codes in here. Of course not. It was good times. You just shut your mouth and do whatever the inspector says because you had no professional standard or anything to kind of point to. You just did chump with a tool bag and listen to the inspector. Good times, huh? Not good times. And not good times for the inspectors, honestly. I'm sure you know the bad ones, but I know more of the good ones. And they didn't like being stuck having to figure out the rules either. So guess what? People got to work and came out with some building codes for decks in 2009. You may remember them. Something like a lateral load anchor. Now look, these codes were a great step in getting something happening for the industry, but they didn't have the deck industry's participation at all. No voice from the people actually out there across this country building the decks in the American backyards, or those of you manufacturing the products for it, okay? So NADRA is like, all right, well, boom, deck codes are happening. So they get involved, they brand my book that was written back in 2009, and look what happens. NADRA and ICC logos together. Now, this was in 2009, okay? So that's pretty big for a young, growing organization to be paired up with something like the International Code Council who writes the codes, all right? Major step for your organization, but not enough. That's just helping to explain what other people created. So NADRA got involved in developing the 2015, 2018, and 2021 IRC. Now, the only way they could do that was with support from the membership. New members, bringing in larger numbers and letting our voice be stronger and more diverse, a larger network of people to work with. More knowledge from across the country. We don't build decks the same across this country, and we don't have to if we get all our voices together instead of offshoots here and there making code for everyone. Anyway, so, right, NADRA gets involved in developing code. Thank you to those that have been a part of that, the members that have volunteered their time and their ideas and expertise, the builder members that donated, or not donated, but supported financially to the cause. I got to call out Trex. They supported with a huge gift last year that really helped to fund paying attention and getting involved in everything happening with decks. So, very exciting. 2021 IRC now is done. And guess what? There's codes now for decks. They're not perfect by any means. They need a lot of work. I'm not a faker, okay? We've been working on building codes for over 100 years. They keep changing as technologies change, as new things come out. This new code is recognizing alternative foundation systems, alternative decking fastening systems. Why? That didn't happen until the deck industry started saying, we need this in here. Oh, I can't wait for you guys to see the tool that's been made for you. Are you going to use it? Or are you going to keep borrowing tools? You're a professional. You're borrowing the code from your inspector. Come on, guys. It's here for you now. Put it in your toolbox. Now, that's a big book. That's a big book. If I just throw this to you, it'd be like giving the newbie the nail gun and asking him to go frame up the steel framing. Bad joke. Don't do that to him. But check it out. So NADRA, right? Helping support the tool for you. Check out what came out 2021 IRC Deck Construction. Coolest thing about this book, other than my royalty check, is NADRA and ICC together again 10 years later. You know what that means? It means NADRA's been consistent, staying with it, staying on top of it, being the leader in this. ICC goes to NADRA. We are the go-to now for deck code. That's what hard work, that's what 10 years of consistency has done. Look, I forgot to show you the coolest thing about this book. You see this? Look at this. See, this is the '09. That's a deck I built, okay? I haven't built decks in 10 years. What more than that? Why would I do that this time around? Look who's on the book this time. I'm so excited for you guys to see this. I secretly took 15 photos from this NADRA Awards from last year. NADRA Builder members selected 15 of them in the deck code book. 4 on the cover, on the back, and the front of every chapter. How can I invite you more than this to the code? To make it your book. You're in it. It's about you. You build the decks for the American public. The code needs to be appropriate and functional and usable for you, and it needs to be minimum enough and safe enough for any American that wants a deck to get to have a deck. Man, the code's wonderful. But this is a book. I mean, it's a book. What are we living in, like 1990 or something? Where am I, some old man? Check it out. You don't want to read? buildingcodecollege.com. You know what else we got for you already? 12 hours of on-demand deck code education to teach you everything in this 2021. Now, why am I so hot to get you to learn this stuff? Well, obviously, this is my living. But there's more to it. Remember this 2021 that I told you about? Check that out, right? Why am I so busy? Why can't I come down there and visit you? Because I'm busy making code already. With the support that we have had from the membership, we've been able to expand our reach more and pay more attention. So this year, we got to put proposals in for the International Swimming Pool and Spa Code for the first time. This code is going on its 5th edition, and it has Section 306 on decks, written by pool people, not by the deck industry, because we had to grow. We had to get strong, and we still have a lot of growth and strength we need to do to be able to have our eyes everywhere that decks go. You want to talk about decks in the pool code? NADRA's going to be there, and we are. We have proposals in for this, and that's why I can't come down. A week after this, I'm going to be testifying at the hearings to put the deck industry voice in the pool code and paying attention to everything happening right now with the commercial code, the International Building Code. So this book I showed you, it's already going to be outdated, guys. That's why I need you to learn this as soon as possible and get up to speed. 8 months. In 8 months, the 2024 code is going to be created, right? So here's your tool. You want to make it a little better, right? You want to give some feedback on how to have your next tool work better for you? You got 8 months to do it. 8 months before proposals are due for the 2024 IRC that you won't see governments adopt until 2026. I need you thinking 5 years ahead right now. Now, I know you're busy building, right? And making product and selling decks. That's why you have an organization. That's why many make one group very strong, right? I'm sure there's some more eloquent way of saying that. I don't know. I'm not eloquent. Look at me. I'm in a t-shirt. I'm just talking straight to you. And I did that on purpose. Notice there's no clips or cuts in this video because I want you to know this is real. This isn't some phony, like I got makeup artists for some ad for you. This is all for you, the deck industry. So enough talk about that. I'm super excited. There's so much we've done, and there's so much more we need to do. And if you want to do it, and you want to help build your tool, and you want your profession to be a respected profession with a standard that you can stand on, then get involved. All right? And otherwise, don't stress it tonight. Have a great night. You guys build amazing decks. So proud to be a part of this organization. So proud to represent you guys out there. And thank you. Have a great night.